There's more than 5 million young people that are out of school and out of work. We need to be looking at the programs that are serving that population of young people in our questions about broadening participation in STEM, because they're not in the traditional school system.
We are right now at a moment in time where high schools are very focused on proficiency-based, portfolio-based models. That is the most progressive end of the country. And so when we allow in-school youth to have opportunities to demonstrate their learning that we don't allow out-of-school youth, then immediately we have an equity and a civil rights issue.
STEMfolio is a tool that young people can use right on their phones, and it's meant to help them document evidence of STEM skills that they're building in the context of a non-traditional approach to completing high school and accessing careers, including STEM careers.
This app actually starts with a challenge in which the user, the young person, is going to be challenged by their teacher, by their trainer, to respond to something in relation to what they've been working on. So it might be, how have you used math this week? How have you been doing engineering? How do you work with your partners in your project? And the next step is kind of responding to that by creating video, taking images of it, and using some of their own language to describe what it is that they've learned or what it is that they're doing. There is a space in which they can explore and look at cases of other people that are maybe models for positions that they're thinking about.
We co-designed that tool with Youth Build sites. These are sites that support young people from marginalized communities. And now we're taking that tool out in a pilot study and an experimental study to Youth Build sites across the country.
The co-design process has been very impactful. It allows us to share power with the young people, which typically in educative spaces doesn't happen a lot. So sharing power in that we're conceding space for them to come in and share their expertise on their lives and what they need and clearly articulate that, as well as working with the staff and centering them as well.
I think one of the things that we've already learned from this partnership between Youth Build and CAST is if given the exposure and given the opportunity to demonstrate their learning, out-of-school young people are actually on fire when it comes to learning about STEM careers and pursuing STEM careers.
We need to look at ways in which we can have good markers and good understanding of young people's growth and change over time. And I think that that can help us to affect policy and the ways in which we measure and the ways in which we provide funding for young people.